Today we're learning how God restores, and the story, big God story is found in Nehemiah. And one of the cool things that happens in Nehemiah is they build a wall.
He was knee high. Did you know that?
He was no.
What?
So
he was knee high.
They build a wall, and so today I thought we could have an ultimate wall challenge. But part of the ultimate wall challenge is it has to protect something. So for today, you know, in the big God story, we're going to learn how they rebuilt the walls of Jerusalem. Today we're going to build walls. One of us is going to build a wall out of paper. And just because I'm nice, you have a little bit of scotch tape. One of us gets to build a wall out of, where's the cardboard?
Oh, is that what this is for?
Yeah,
hey.
Cardboard and duct tape.
I got cardboard. All right.
And one of us gets to build a wall out of magnetic blocks.
Ooh, fun.
So at the end of our time, we each get 5 minutes to build this wall. We will set up the wall one at a time at the end of the table, and I have 2 leaf blowers. We're gonna turn them on, and the walls have to protect the army men. Keep them from falling off the table into oblivion. So,
I got your back, dude.
are you all ready? You get how it's going?
Yeah.
So we're gonna get started here, and we'll start the timer right. Getting my timer. Forgot the timer. Here we go. Hey. No getting started early.
I'm just looking at my product.
Right now. Time's up. Stop.
Oh, I got it.
Okay. So Christian, you have yours. I have mine. Miss Sherilyn, is your tower ready?
Yeah.
So let's get to testing these babies. Round 1. Pastor Christian. Here we
You
go.
shall not pass. What was that?
Round 2. Here we go. Ready?
Round 3. All right, it's my turn now. You're going down,
I got
Pastor
this.
Ryan.
There's no chance. My wall is rock solid.
Here we go. Aim it right there.
A nice gentle breeze. So refreshing.
What? Oh, come on!
Hey everybody, today we're talking about how God restores. And that's what our Bible story is all about. It's in Nehemiah. But before we get started, I think we should have a special guest come in. And Chalky, where are you?
Hi, Miss Sherilyn. How are you doing today? Are you ready? Because I'm ready to be the star of the show.
I'm so ready. I'm glad you're here, Chalky. Thanks for coming to join us today.
You know, the big God story is always better when it has a big star.
Very much so. Very much so. Today we're talking about Nehemiah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Absolutely. All right, so it starts out when God's people are still in exile. They had to live away from Jerusalem, from the promised land that God gave them. And
That makes me sad.
I know, it was,
I don't like being in exile.
no, it wasn't good.
I can't be cool. I can't be silly. I'm just sad.
Yeah, it was very sad. The people were so disappointed to be away from Jerusalem. But I know, but there were some people who did still live there. And Nehemiah heard about something that was going on. It says in Nehemiah chapter 1, it says that, chapter 1 in verse 2, it says, Hanani, one of my brothers, came from Judah with some other men, and I questioned them about the Jewish remnant that had survived the exile, and also about Jerusalem. They said to me, those who survived the exile and are back in the province are in great trouble and disgrace.
Oh no! What's going on?
Yeah, it says the wall of Jerusalem is broken down, and its gates have been burned with fire.
Oh, the horror! The horror!
That sounds scary. So the walls protected the whole city, and then the gates, like so you could get in, were all burned down. It was in disrepair. It was in disrepair. It was not a safe place for the people to live. But Nehemiah wanted all of his people to come back from exile so they could live there again. But there was a problem. They needed to restore the walls and the gates.
We get to be a builder, a builder. Good thing Pastor Christian's not here because he's a domestic cat. He couldn't build the wall. His life depended on it.
Yeah, well, maybe. But anyway, so Nehemiah was living in Babylon, and he asked the king there if he could go back to Jerusalem.
He said, King, can I build a wall to keep you out? Because I don't like you very much. You hurt my people. Ah!
Well, I mean, if he said that, the king might have said no.
The king would have been like, hey, you, stop that. No, I'm mad. No, off with his head. Ah!
Yeah, pretty much, I think, something like that. But God made it so that the king said yes. So Nehemiah went back to Jerusalem.
Woo-hoo! Yay, I get to go to Jerusalem and build the wall.
Absolutely. The first thing Nehemiah had to do was he had to look and see how bad the situation really was.
Ooh, have to put on my thinking face. Give me a sec.
Yeah, look and look and think and look.
I can't figure out what my thinking face is, so I'm just going to put on sunglasses.
That'll work.
Because they make me at least look cool. So I'm thinking and I'm looking and I'm evaluating and I'm planning to figure out the best way to build this wall. And I know there's going to be opposition because people don't like us. So I have to get permission and all these special rights. And it's going to be amazing. And I'm planning and God is providing. I just know all of this. And so I think after all this plan, I have to go back to the king and ask for some help.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Woo-hoo.
Absolutely. That was really good. Yeah, so Nehemiah did go back to the king, and he asked him for some supplies and for some men. He asked that some extra men would be able to come and help him rebuild the walls and the gates. And that's exactly what happened. They did. They came back, and they started building up the walls. In Nehemiah chapter 4, it says, Nehemiah told the people, don't be afraid of them. Remember, the Lord who is great and awesome, and fight for your families, your sons and your daughters, your wives and your homes.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna build the wall with one hand while holding a sword with the other and defending it so we can get this wall done and God will show us favor. We're gonna split up. You here, you there, you there, you there, you there. We're all gonna do it and it's gonna be awesome.
Absolutely. And it says, when our enemies heard that we were aware of their plot and that God had frustrated it, we all returned to the wall and each to our own work.
Woohoo! We got this because God's got this and he restores and he's on our side. Yeah!
Absolutely. And there were more plots. There were more people who were trying to destroy the wall as it was being built because they did not want God's powerful people in the same place again.
But God was with them.
Absolutely, he was, and he restored. And they kept building, and they kept going, and they even finished the wall and the gates.
In a year? No, it didn't take a year. It was quicker than that. Let's see. I think it was like 53 days.
You know what? It was only 53 days.
That's a lot of work in 53 days.
That is.
I don't even think with modern equipment we could have done it in 53 days today.
I don't think so either. It was only because of God's help.
Go God!
Absolutely.
Woo-hoo! Go God!
Absolutely. And they read the law at that point, and they remembered their covenant with God and God's covenant with them. And even in that moment, they agreed to go back and listen to what God had to say and like to
They went like, God, we're sorry. We're going to do our best to live for you and follow your line. Do what you ask us to do.
Exactly. They decided that they were going to hold up their end of the covenant because God was always faithful to do his. So in that moment, God restored the covenant with Israel.
Woohoo! God restores! God restores! I'm so happy God restores!
Absolutely. Not only did he restore the wall and the gates and everything, but he restored his covenant, and then all the people were able to come back. Eventually, they were able to come back into Jerusalem. So he even restored the land to his people.
Go God! That is amazing! God is the restorer! God restores! Woohoo!
It was so cool. God took something that looked impossible, and that was impossible, and he made it possible because he loves his people, and he restores.
That's right. You know, Miss Sherilyn, I said I was going to be the star of the show, but you know what? You know what ends up happening every time? We always learn that God is the star of the show, and we are so happy that we get to be a part of his big God story.
It is so true, Chalky. Thank you so much for coming today and helping us tell the story.
Yeah, thanks for having me. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
So we learned in our Big God story today that God restores. Nehemiah understood that God restores his people. He helps in times of need. When you need something, all you have to do is ask. He had a big project to do, and he did it in shorter amounts of time because he relied on God to restore them. You know, I was thinking about it. You know, today we have that ultimate opportunity too. We have something that God has given us that we can tap into that can help us have a restoration in our lives as well. And in fact, it's this simple. J-E-S-U-S. Jesus! That's right. Jesus is our foundation that we should bank on. We should put God first in our life. And when we put Jesus in our life and we tap into his resource, he can restore us in every situation. He's the firm foundation of everything. Just like the walls of Nehemiah when he restored those walls and made the great foundation. Jesus is our foundation today. That's right. He can help us whenever we need stability, anytime we need something in life that we need rescued from. You know, I thought of a couple things today, you know, when we're in our needs. He meets our needs. He meets our life. He comes in our life and he restores it. When we've done bad and wrong, he's restored our life. You know, and he loves our friendships. I'm going to put friendships because that's a very important one too. Our friendships. He can restore our friendships as well when it seems like there's just a bad situation going on. See, this is just a couple ideas I want to give you today. See, I want you to understand that God restores no matter what. When we have Jesus as our firm foundation, we can count on the fact that God will restore you whenever you're in need.
Hey, as always, we want to end our time together by speaking a blessing over your life. Psalm chapter 85 verses 4-7 say this: "Restore us again, God our Savior, and put away your displeasure towards us. Will you be angry with us forever? Will you prolong your anger through all generations? Will you not revive us again, that your people may rejoice in you? Show us your unfailing love, Lord, and grant us your salvation." May God restore every broken part of your life. May you see how he is at work in you today, and may you share your story of how he has restored you with others. We love you, and we'll catch you next time on Two Dudes in a Bible. Don't forget to check out the discussion questions in the description of this video and talk about them with whomever you're watching with today. Bye!
Oh, we got a photo bomber on it.
A nice cinch. Oh, my hand! My hand! Oh, my hand! No, don't look! Don't look!